I made it. But I think, while I'm waiting for some peeps to jump on, that I most likely am going to do 2 lives. One from my night owls, and then one for my people are up in the daytime, and it had no idea I was going to pull this tonight. Maggie's, it's so funny, Maggie. Part of this live, I call you out in it when I was writing it and doing work on the full moon today, because a couple of you guys that I've worked with, like Jen and Mags, and even Yellow Wolf a little bit, I'm going to call you out too. It's such, I'm excited about this full moon. You know, I'm excited about Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. I'm excited at the fact that with all the energies that are happening, what can come to be if you choose. Hi, Heather. Yeah, I'm about to, baby. So, Mextasy, hi. Yellow Wolf, hi. Mags, hi. Tifon, hi. Heather, hi. So I am jumping on because we really are in the full moon. Our full moon, this Scorpio full moon, actually went full at 6:45 this morning Eastern Standard Time. There really kind of is, even though it's at its fullest point at that time, it kind of is a 3-day span where you can draw in that full moon energy. So that's why I'm usually good if I have to get this done the day of, the day before, the day after. The greatest thing as well is because of my new phone, I can actually save this on the YouTube channel, so you can draw on it. Loose. So I did want to do this tonight because I am a night owl. Good morning. You're so funny. It's 12 o'clock midnight in California. But the funniest thing is but I guess it's good morning, isn't it? It is. I have some early morning peeps on the East Coast that get up really early for work, so maybe they'll catch this. And like I said, depending on what happens, I may go live again later with the same thing. But I wanted to get this done today because I didn't want you guys to miss this. So, now, just so you know the insanity, I decided to do work on this last minute today, and I was out and about, and for the first time in forever, I didn't have this with me. And you guys know my marble notebooks. Hey, Joe. And so I basically pulled what I had in my bag, which was like nothing to write on because I was doing sessions today, but I didn't need any paper, didn't put it in my bag. So legitimately, all right, I just have to show you what goes into the craziness. Remember I said whenever, so I'm taking like old insurance papers, envelopes. I mean, you guys need to watch this. This is my life, even when I do regular writing. You know, I have this back of like my daughter's school paperwork, you know, an old pay stub. You know, I mean, this is the crap that I write on, but it's to make sure, and I got to make sure I don't get this out of order. I mean, even envelopes. Hey, Mama. So, I mean, whenever you're inspired to write, or you have a thought, it doesn't matter. I have napkins with writing on it from when I write, pieces of paper, you know, I've written on my hand. You know, if you have your phone, you type it in your phone. Hey, David, guess where I'm at? I'm at the office. I went late to make sure that I had good Wi-Fi because House of Trestles doesn't have the best Wi-Fi, and I couldn't go dead on this. So we have so much, hi Karina, to get in tonight. And just so you know, because this is like sleeping time, I have my Black Sabbath jersey on. So, because we all know I'm a rock chick. And alternative rock, but tonight we're Black Sabbath. So, yes. All right. So let's get started on explaining this. Earlier in the week, I explained Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. I did save the live on the YouTube channel, which you can find that at Elena Servidio on YouTube. To back up on it, but you know, remember we went to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn starting April 25th, and we're running through October 4th. So this is giving you guys time to create, feast from famine, to really let go and really figure it out who it is you are and rise above all the bullshit. Because although COVID is a bitch, remember I said COVID-19 can bite our ass. If you're hanging out with me, we're everything and anything but basic. And she's allotting the time for you to figure it out, what it's truly what you want to do. Hey, Bennett. Hey, sucker. So it's really cool because it led into this full moon, which is really going to run for 6 weeks. The cycle is going to last, even though you're going to go into another full moon. It's the last supermoon of 2020. It actually is one of the most positive ones, the first real positive one that is coming into play, which is great because they're starting to lift, you know, all these things. The quarantine started to be lifting a little bit at a time. I know some places are really stuck hard in it, but like in California, I'm really happy they opened up my beach. And they're opening up things a little bit more, and people's moods and energies are changing. So it's bringing in the tides and the moon and the ebb and flow, and you really guys got to learn how to flow with it. So really my mantra for you right now is let it go, let it flow. And I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to read at the same time and try to decipher the crazy handwriting I had because I didn't have time to transfer it. So hopefully you will all hang in there. And since you guys are all up late, and night owls are usually night owls, so if I see questions in between, I will try and answer them for you the best that I can, okay? So full moon in Scorpio, that's where we're at right now. That's the sign we're in. It is known as the flower moon, especially in the Native American culture, because it's when everything starts blooming. Okay, 3 a.m. there. That is awesome. Hey, that is the time of poets and artists. And when the ascended masters come down at 3 a.m. in the morning and you get downloaded and everything, it's where you get the most information because that's why people are normally woken up, like usually around 3:30 in the morning. So full moon in Scorpio, flower moon. And let me tell you, like I said, man is the universe really setting a tone. Remember how I said the universe gives you signs? I tell you guys all the time, so the universe gives you signs and opportunities to make the changes that are meant for you to make in this lifetime. Yes, and ghosties, absolutely. Good and bad ghosties, but there really isn't anything bad. It's just how you work your energy. But there is, I can't say that. That's another subject, but I'm hyper. So it's really setting a tone. Remember how I said the universe gives you signs and opportunities? Well, damn. First, a couple weeks ago, man, Pluto ran into retrograde, which runs about 6 months. That just moved in, and that energy, remember, Pluto in retrograde was drawing in the truth, okay? Transformation and change. We were working with the number 53. The number 5 is so prominent right now. The crystal with the Pluto retrograde, remember I told you guys it's aragonite? That's what we're dealing with. Well, this full moon in Scorpio, guess what we're adding to that aragonite? And I don't want you to put the aragonite down. I want you to hold on to that aragonite if you have one or get one. I want you to get a smoky quartz, very important, but it's a carnelian. Okay, now that is very important. It's the carnelian, and this full moon, along with the Pluto in retrograde, full moon in Scorpio is truly drawing in the phoenix energy. So remember I said the spirit animal for all of us was the phoenix right now. It's drawing in the transformation. You have to kind of crash and burn to come out bigger and brighter. Like everything has to come to ash. And that's where we're at right now. This is our opportunity to soar. So I have to ask you, who's ready for this? Are you ready for this? Huh? Because I am. But I was born ready, were you? And that's an honest truth. And you have to, my hair's not greasy. I took a shower before I did this. So it's wet hair. I'm not a little grease ball. So this full moon in Scorpio, okay, is conceal or reveal. Okay, now I want you to listen to this. Conceal or reveal. This is a powerful moon. Like that aragonite draws everything to the surface. Whether you like it or not, Scorpio does the same thing. And some of my Scorpios, this is going to relate to you. Some of the people who know Scorpios are going to say, hot damn, you have no idea. And it's a little bit worse than you're making it out to be. It's not a bad thing. Just Scorpio is a very specific sign. Okay, so Scorpios in general do not like being exposed. They don't like being brought into the light. But the full moon this month is drawing out the truth. So if all your exes are Scorpios, I guess that means that is not the sign for you to be with. Their energy does not mesh with yours. And for a lot of reasons, their energy doesn't mesh with yours, Yellow Wolf. Because of your creativity, your openness, just different. It's almost like fire and ice kind of thing. But Scorpios do not like being exposed. But full moon this month is drawing out the truth, and it's bubbling to the surface like that aragonite. Remember we were talking about that? And it's hard to keep any secrets. Right now, honest to God, secrets are coming to life. You know, they're just being exposed. They're being put out into the light. Even if it's a long time secret, now's the type it's being drawn up. And it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. Sometimes it is needed. And we need to face our deepest and darkest secrets, or the secrets that were being hid from us, the truths being hid. Okay? So it's time to live in the light by day and by night. Because you got to remember, okay, the moon casts a glow. It's the sun reflecting. You know, I know I had done the live once about the moon and the sun being twin flames and ancient lovers, and we had done that back when that full moon energy was there, and I think that was the December moon, if I remember correctly. So they work together. The sun and the moon work together. Those energies work together, and this Scorpio moon is a healing moon as well. Okay, so it's time to live in the light by day and by night. Pluto in retrograde right now. We know that's going on right now. The full flower moon in Scorpio in full force is transformational. This is a transformational energy with deep processing. Okay? And no worries. It is a healing energy as well. So what is being brought up to the light? Maybe a little rough, but you have the energy there to heal it. You understand what I'm saying? So this is all this is a good thing. See, look how hyper I am. I'm excited about this. Okay, so either way, know it's all going to be okay. I promise you it's going to be okay. Okay? If you let it. So understand something. What did I tell you? This is a time to rise from famine to feast. I want you guys to shine. Everything and everything but basic. Let it go, let it flow. This is your chance to be the visionary. Your chance to break free. You have this time right now. Use this energy. Do not let this window pass you by. Please, I cannot even express to you. It's time to break free and rise like the phoenix so you can soar. This energy and lunar cycle will break past blocks. Okay, so any blockages that you've had. And Tifon, this is perfect for you, my love. This is good for you too, Jen. And believe it or not, I'm calling you out, Maggie, but I call you out at a separate point too in this life when I was writing. Because I was like, ooh, Maggie. It's specifically kind of towards you. And guys, Maggie's in Japan right now. What time is it in Japan? I don't even know. Okay. If you have past blocks, if you notice with everything going on in your life, you really have no choice right now. So let it go and let it flow. On the surface of everything right now, and with what's going on in this world, what's going on with people, with society, on the surface, things may appear rough, and let's not get it twisted, okay? It is. But you have to go a little bit deeper. Go below the surface. I always tell you guys, read between the lines. Look a little deeper. You know, dig a little bit. Put a little bit of work into it. Uncover some things. Because in reality, it is your choice to grow. And in ways you could only dream about before and never imagine. But now is your opportunity to bring them to life. Okay? There is abundance, and I talk to you about this all the time, waiting for you. So tap into it. And beauty is blooming all around you with this flower moon. That's what it draws in. okay? In our careers, so it's all around you. You have the abundance coming. In careers, professionally, this is the time for you to make plans. I was working with somebody tonight when I did a life path, a crossroads reading with her, and we were talking about her business and her plans and where the creativity is. Then we discussed a little bit about relationship stuff. We kind of tap into everything, but we were making a plan of what she needed to take. And that's what we're going to be doing, Lucy, too. You know, remember I said make sure during our session you have pen and paper, because we've got a lot of work to do and you're going to have to remember. Because when we do sessions, remember, I give you a lot of information in a very short period of time. So you want to record as much as you can. But the beauty is blooming all around you with the flower moon in our careers, but more importantly, in the hearts of each other. We're being brought back. You know, we've been put on hold right now with everything going on. And this energy of this moon is so important. Hi, Land. So in the hearts of others is where things are blossoming and blooming. So you have to allow this to happen. Okay, so basically, remember, you are in the time of the Phoenix, a time of change, and one of Scorpio's greatest abilities, and we are in full moon in Scorpio. And I've been talking to you forever, Yellow Wolf, about blockage. Past couple weeks I've been singling you out, but it's just because you just have so much. So much. But one of Scorpio's greatest abilities is the ability, check this shit out, and excuse my jersey in my mouth, oops, to regenerate. It helps you and empowers you to let go of the past and be reborn. Yep, let it go and let it flow. This is our mantra today. This is what I'm giving you, my gift to you tonight. Yep, let it go, let it flow. And remember, my hashtag COVID-19 can bite our asses. All right, and this is the truth. She ain't going to beat us. The bitch ain't going to beat us. And we're going to rise so far above. And you guys are going to rise even further than anybody else, because you know the truth and you're listening and you're searching. And not only are you listening and searching, but you're pulling it in. And the people that I've been working with have really taken the time to transfer their lives to the point where they're going to have so much abundance when we come out at the end of this. Okay, and remember, it's very important, like I said before, you have until October 4th and different energies start coming in once Pluto goes out of retrograde. So get this done now. Don't wait. We have a small window. Do not let it close. Now, Scorpio is an extremist. Yellow Wolf, we know about this, don't we? And its energy draws out two things in us. Scorpio draws out both our darkest shadows, okay, and our brightest illuminated self, our higher selves. Check it out. It is a full supermoon as well right now. And the last one of 2020, like I said, so make the best of this energy. And it's one of the first, like I said, positive full moons we're getting, because the past couple of full moons have been a little bit of a bitch. And that is the truth. Hey, Mackenzie, so tap into this energy. So I know how much you all love when I give you homework. So I got some good ones for you, okay, to put into motion. Because like I said, I want you guys to put this abundance into motion, to take this energy and draw it in. And let me tell you something. Where I'm staying, so I'm going to take a pause to bullshit a minute. Where I'm staying at the House of Trestles in South California, in San Clemente, it's across the street from the beach, which is great. So you get that energy and you hear the sounds, but their internet sucks. So they have like an office, like a community type office that we're able to come and use. So I get amazing internet here. We don't glitch and freeze like we were over there. So as I was coming over here tonight, it is so peaceful outside. And so calm. So the peace and the calming energy is being drawn in. Now, if you just take a breath and breathe it in and take that moment and allow it to basically, you draw it into you and you allow it to flow through you, you could take on anything. It doesn't matter how bad it is. And I know some of you guys have it so rough. I know some of you guys are like me. We're going day to day. And I know there's some people out there that's even worse off, where they don't even have a place, or they're just struggling. So we are all in this together. We all are connected. We are all energy. And that's not bullshit. It's truth. But if you just center yourself, whether you, the playing field, like I said, has been kind of leveled. If you just balance yourself and take a breath, and this full moon energy is just a peaceful one. It really is just calm and peace. If you go outside and bask yourself in it, it'll start changing. So you can make the choice right now to draw this energy in and change. And you know I'm here to help you. You know I will sit down with you. We will make a plan, and we will engage it and put it full force, and we will not back down. Because once you start working with me, you know I call you out on the carpet. You know I expect more. Because remember, you're a direct reflection of me once you start working with me. And we're everything and anything but basic. So we're going to do this thing together. Okay? And it's so important. The moon is adorable. You're so funny. The moon is adorable. This is just a peaceful moon. This is just like it. She's just a happy moon tonight. A very happy moon that's allowing breath. And the greatest thing is, in South California, we have the luminescent blue you could see earlier at night. Now that I can get on the beach freely and easily, hopefully maybe it'll be out tomorrow night and I'll be able to picture it for you. I'll take you guys on the beach with me. I know, this is Mama. This is the first full moon that's drawing in positive energy. And this cycle is even going to last longer than the lunar cycle. We're going to be in this energy for 6 weeks. So it's going to keep on flowing. You watch what happens. Okay, so here's your homework. So I got some good things for you to do to put into motion. This energy is going to flow strong, okay, and produce so much over the next 6 weeks if you work with it. It is a choice. You must work with it. Ebb and flow, babies. And remember, carnelian is partnering. The crystal carnelian is partnering with the full moon. So you tap into that crystal energy and you work with that carnelian and the moon energy, and hot damn, amazing shifts are going to happen. Okay, truly, if you open yourself up energetically and you're open for this. Did you see it, Kinsey? Did you see it with your baby? Your new man's? I know, I have to tell you, I can't breathe in those masks, but I'm not going to bitch about right now because it's all about positivity. We will find a way. We will get through this, won't we? We talked about the carnelian. So did you know Scorpio, now this is the big thing, and I think this Sunday I'm doing Sensual Sunday for everybody who wants to do Sensual Sundays again, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. So did you know that Scorpio is known as a strong sex sign, as in carnelian is known as like a sex crystal, okay? It has the Scorpio energy, has a highly addictive energy and soul connecting sensuality, okay? And the funniest thing is sensuality is different than sexuality. It's about a soul connection. So this just isn't about going out and having casual sex. It's about having that different, more powerful kind of sex that I talk to you guys about, okay? And also remember, you have this is Scorpio in its truest forms, because you have people who are Scorpios, but your moon, you could have a different rising sign, okay? And that can truly affect your tendencies and who you lean more towards. But this speaks for this sign standing on its own. Okay, so it is a sex sign. To all my peeps ready to make babies. So I have a whole lot of people who want to make babies on here right now. Next 6 weeks is a really good time to get it in, because the planets are aligning right now, because a lot of babies are going to be made during this cycle. The full moon in Scorpio is known for baby making. It's known for people getting engaged and married. It's known for lucid. If you're not with somebody, it's known for lucid sex dreams. Okay, so you're going to have lucid and vivid sex dreams and some of the most primal feelings are going to arise. So you're going to get to the point where you're so hungry that you're basically going to rip somebody's clothes off and be like, let's get naked kind of thing, and have the time of your life. So this is the energy we're in right now. So take advantage of it if you're able to. Also, if you aren't getting it, the tensions and energies are building. So you are craving it if you're going without it. And the funniest thing is people say, well, you could take care of yourself and yada, yada, yada. And I have a whole different feeling on all of that. But the thing is even if you're trying to take care of yourself when you have this energy, it's not going to fulfill that need. It's not going to cut it, because there is a difference, because this is on a different level that the Scorpio sign brings in, this energy. This moon energy does not draw in meaningless sex. So my Tinder babies, this ain't going to work for you, or casual encounters. That's not what it's going to do. It is a deeper energy, and casual will not feed nor fill your cravings, like I said. This moon's energy is drawing in intimacy on a soulful plane. That is basically Scorpio's mantra, believe it or not, in its purest form. And their focus, because they laser focus on everything, and they always think they're right, Scorpio. Just the moon itself, because it's just that energy. So you also have to be careful and think before you act, and see the sign, because it is known to spark obsessive attractions. And if that's it, it can get nasty. So you have to learn to be in a sense of self-control, because you can be obsessed with somebody, obsessing over them, if they don't have the same feelings, and they're not returning the same, and you get like stalkers, bad things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel you need a lover, Yellow Wolf? You tell me. Are you ready for that? Do you want that? Because then it's also, this is a time you have to remember, this is the energy it's drawing in. So a lot of people have to come to terms with things and let go of some things teeth on. Start trusting within themselves. Start loving themselves. Start making themselves feel like they're beautiful. Start opening their mouths and communicating. Letting the fantasies come out, you know. He loves you and you know it, Mags. Play. Like, let me tell you something. Perfect example. I can do this Sunday, but we're talking about sex right now. I worked with somebody and they said, you know, my other half, he's been a little bit stressed out with everything going out. They might be getting laid off and this and that, or they get too tired, or they're busy, or the football game is on. Let me ask you a question. What do you think I said to her? Anybody knowing me? I said, know what I would do? Got to make it fun. Me, whatever team was playing, whether I liked the other team or not, I would go get like a cut-off, a cut-off jersey with the team on it and like the favorite number or the star of the team. I would go on and get a pair of lace panties on, like black lace panties, or a pair of, you know, little tiny shorts. Put my hair up in ponytails, or a ponytail, or some shit like that, or just flip to the side, and I would put little black things across my eye, and I would go, I want to make a bet. That's what I would say. If I win and my team wins, I get what I want. If my team loses, you get exactly what you want. It's exactly what I would say. Whoever you're with is going to look at you, and first of all, if that's not your nature, they're going to be like, holy shit. And all of a sudden, you're like ready to go. You have the football, but you're dressed a certain way because you want something else, but you're ready to go. You learn how to talk smack. You make it fun. Even if you hate football. I love football, but you hate football? I don't care if you hate the sport. You have to connect and engage your partner. And if you're too afraid to turn around and talk about it, you make it fun and say, we're going to make a bet. If I win, I get exactly what I want. If you win, you get what you want. And that's anything they want. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a situation where they may not want sex, and they just say, you know what, just give me a half hour at a certain time and don't bug me, that's okay. But if you win, you get whatever you want. All bets are off. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to deliver. Make it fun. You have to learn how to connect. So if they're not interested, find a way to engage them and get them interested again. Because you got to remember, with everything that's going on, Stresses affect people in different ways, and people affect things that they never even tell you about. And anxiety can kill somebody's libido. It can. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the problem is most people, especially women, if they don't feel empowered and they don't draw on that goddess energy, they don't feel comfortable asking for something, or they don't feel good enough in their own skin to dress a certain way, you know? Everybody can do it. Everybody can. I don't care what the situation is. We can find the thing that's right for you, trust me, and you will get what you want, but you got to work on it. And sometimes you have to engage when somebody else isn't or can no longer engage. Okay? So since the energy draws in not only the light, but dark truths to the surface, because that's what this moon does. So now we're jumping back into what this full moon and the sex energy draws in. Dark truths to the surface. Some relationships during this time, because everything is being drawn to the light, find that in truth it's time for it to end. So a lot of these relationships, with everything pulling up right now, there's some people that are going to be coming together, and some people in truth it's going to be ending. So there are divorces and separations and such that occur at this time in this energy. The sign, so it's because remember, all those secrets are coming to light, and all the truths. And some truths, you know, you have to get to the point where people, you know, you have to believe that some people are suffering the human condition, and you can't blame them for their bullshit and all the stuff they did, but it doesn't mean you have to take it. So like I had told somebody else, if you have given it every chance you could and done the best you can, and you're still not happy, and you're still in a position where you're just settling, then you have to find a way to speak your truth. And if it can't work out, then you have to find a way to move on. And that's just the way to be, because you deserve to be happy, just as the person you're with deserves to be happy. And sometimes we outgrow each other, and that's the truth. Or sometimes you were never meant to be in with the person in the first place. And it's so funny, as I was saying that, I was automatically going to say Kinsey because of your past relationship, and then I saw your name, which is really funny. But now look, you found and I have to drop Kinsey because she did the bravest thing in the world. It was so hard for her to let go. Tifon, you're going through the same damn thing. But Kinsey's a little bit further on, and when she finally let go of it, and it was amicably done, let's not get it twisted, although, you know, hurt is hurt. She found somebody she's just mad about, passionate about. She feels alive. She hadn't felt alive in how long? And now she's excited about her life and about each day, and excited about not only being with this person, but everything that she's doing in her life. So this moon is creating passion, not only in your personal lives, but in your professional lives, and what your path is. So the sign of Scorpio rules merging, and you have to remember, so it's the merging of coming together, creating that intimacy, that passion, okay? And if this merge is not a working one for both parties, business or personal, you will either join in passion and growth and abundance, or realize it's just time to break away. So guys, this is your time to rise, okay? So if you got to crash and burn, remember, it's the Phoenix. You got to crash and burn to get up and go, right? Okay, so from joint finances to living space, or letting out to the ones you know whom are close, or drawn into being close to you, because some people you're going to be drawing in that you're meant to be with. Now is the time where you can start revealing your deepest, darkest secrets, your fantasies, the things all you guys are afraid to talk about, okay? All of this requires you to, and this is where you have to take the chance. Because to attain true intimacy, to get to that point of straight, true passion, okay? Yeah, I told you we could do that, because this is about, remember, and I'm going to go back to this. Remember, Pluto in retrograde was in Capricorn, the goat, and that's really a lot about business abundance and finance, but also straightening things out in relationships. You have both energies working. So this passion, you need to be open and passionate about what you do for a living. But now, can I please tell you something, and we're going to get to this. Where does passion come from? What chakra? It comes from your Sara, sacral chakra, your Hara, right? In your center. Now, what blocks passion? So you have to have passion. You have to be able to feel passion. It doesn't mean, okay, that you have to be with somebody, because you don't. But you have to be comfortable in your own skin. You know, you have to be able to draw in that God and Goddess energy and be feeling yourself. And know you all that in a bag and gyps. That you are beautiful, that you are sexy, that you are bright, that you are bold. For you to be able to go out and sell whatever it is you want to do with your life. Okay? But you have to have that base, that passion. Okay? So if your sacral chakra, your Hara, is blocked, it's normally blocked by guess what feeling? What human experience, what feeling do you think blocks your sex chakra, your sacral chakra, your Hara? Because we're going to get into this. This is all connects. Your sexuality, your sensuality, your passion, you feeling good about yourself. Because you have to feel sexy whether you're with somebody or not. Fear. Thank you. Hot damn. Kimmy, you got it. Yeah, fear blocks it. Fear blocks anything. That's why I always tell you guys, be fearless. Walk forward in faith. Because fear blocks everything. Guilt blocks things, but what is the true, and believe it or not, it's fear, and also fear of death. Fear of not doing everything you were meant to do before your time in this lifetime is done, before you move on to your next lifetime. So a lot of people obsess about that, and they're so obsessed about dying that they forget to live. So you got to let go of the fear. Okay, so this Scorpio moon, you know, the Scorpio full moon, like I said, it gives you the bravery, the strength, and the desire, whether you like it or not, to the ones that are close to you and people around you, and maybe even a stranger, believe it or not, if you feel comfortable with them, to know your deepest, darkest secrets and your fantasies. All this requires you to not only to trust, but allow yourself some vulnerability. Okay, because you have to be a little vulnerable. And what this is this helps you on a path through to your unconscious. Once you start activating this, your conscious minds, we can let go a little bit, and we start connecting to our subconscious, our unconscious mind. And that is where the shadow realm will be. So you'll be walking in your own shadow realm, which isn't a bad thing, and be able to share on this level, which is such a deep level. Okay? Now, when I tell people, even with business, what is it you want to do? What are you passionate about? And you get them going. When somebody's passionate about something, they really love talking about it. And then you say, well, why are you so passionate about it? Why is it that you want to do this thing? Have a good night, Kinsey. I am saving this, honey. And I am also saving it on YouTube. So it'll be there for you guys always to go back to. So you have to be able to explain why you're passionate about something. Okay? Which is huge. Because passion is the driving force in everything we do. Not only in our personal lives, but in our professional lives. Now, be smart and choose wisely with the inner, and you can do this in who you're speaking with, because you can't do this with everybody, because there's some people you just can't trust. But if we're being honest right now, and we're in that Scorpio moon, you know who you can trust, and you know who you can't. Listen to that inner voice, and you can tap into the intimacy that you're supposed to be drawing out right now, what the Scorpio and full moon draws out, and let it go, let it flow. We're back to that mantra. Now, so we're going to move through this. So basically, I'm basically telling you, tap into that passion, set your soul on fire, set your world on fire. Right now is the energy for you to live and love passionately. And I am honestly giving you the green light to be relentless about it in a non-obsessive stalker way. Okay? So, and you guys can laugh when I say that. You can do a whole big old giggle. But, you know, part of that thing we talked about what this energy is. Good, Mags. I'm glad you're feeling. So now, we're moving to the next thing. So we're going to work on our intimacy and our passion, whether it's in our personal or our professional life. But this moon right now really is a sexual awakening moon. So actually you can tap into that and wake up your sensuality and your intimacy and your growth. But if you wake that side of you up, whether you're with somebody or not, because you don't have to be with somebody again to wake up that side of you, because we're already at different times. But that's what's going to set your whole life on fire. But you have to be open in that area. That is your center. So it leads us to this. Be fearless. Be brave. Be authentically you. Unlock your power chakra. Your power chakra, good girl, you tapped into it tonight, Casey. It is associated with your emotional body, sensuality, creativity, and basically your sex chakra, in truth. So once again, leads us to this. Be fearless, be brave, be authentically you. Unlock your power chakra. It is associated with your emotional body, your sensuality, your creativity, basically your sex chakra, like I said. And FYI, like I said before, fear is the thing that blocks this chakra. So, like I said, be fearless. The carnelian crystal, which I'm telling you to work with, is connected to this chakra. So basically, start dancing, start moving, start flowing. So loosen, loosen your hips up, wiggle around a little bit, dance, shimmy, shake. Unlock that pelvis, because that's going to unlock your entire world. And I'm not crazy when I'm saying this. You will be releasing blockages, not only with money, but with sex. So this is twofold. Okay, this is a twofold thing. So you have the Scorpio energy right now, because we're in the Scorpio full moon for May, okay, working with that Capricorn energy that is in Pluto retrograde. So these are like all the forces coming together like the perfect storm, but in a really good, positive way. Okay, this is a powerful thing. You can become a force of nature. Just start dancing. How can you not dance? I dance all the time. I'm dancing constantly. I dance in my kitchen when I'm cooking. I dance around when I'm doing my makeup. I just grab people and I just start dancing with them. The music is on and I just start singing. You know, all of these things. TikTok videos are fun. And believe it or not, a lot of adults are doing TikTok videos, which is hysterical because I may actually do a TikTok because it's supposed to, my kids said you have to do a TikTok. So I might be that crazy person. But, all those energies are here right now. So learn to dance and sing. I dance by myself all the time. I don't care if people hear me or not when I'm singing. Just move. Open up that creativity, because that's where our creativity comes from. All you guys that are artists and singers and musicians and painters and, poets. And you got to remember, art comes in different ways too. People who are cooks and chefs, people who, work with social media and advertising. Art comes in many different forms. So just because you may not be a singer or a dancer or a musician, Lucy is an artist. We all know what Lucy's supposed to be doing, don't we, Luce? This time, this energy is opening it up. And you too, Yellow Wolf. We already know that. You're not ugly. Stop saying that. You're brilliant and you're beautiful. So stop. Painting and awakened a love for it I never knew I had. Yes, the creativity starts flowing. Okay? So shake it up. You'll be releasing blockages not only with your money and your career, but with sex. You have Scorpio working with Capricorn in Pluto retrograde right now. So hot damn. This is the energy. The positive, perfect storm. Become a force of nature. That's what we are. You can set your soul on fire in a good way, if you choose to. But once again, guys, this is a choice. I can't make you do it. This is where the universe, through me, because you already get the feelings this time because of the energies. Not only that, but you also figure out that, holy moly, with the shit going on in the world, this isn't working. I can't be in this position ever again. So it's waking you up, and then you have somebody like me, your happy little medium, your mystic, your oracle, your crossroads healer, looking at you and told you a couple weeks ago, guess what's going on in the universe right now, what you're supposed to be doing? Then you come on my Monday live and we do Mystic Mondays and I rapid fire reading some of you guys and I say, yo, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what they're telling me. I don't get this shit on my own. I do see dead people and hear voices in a good way, and I'm not a crazy person. I'm not a schizophrenic. And then now we're doing the full moon in Scorpio. Universe is giving you your opportunities. Okay? Hey, Mom, I haven't seen you in a minute, Miss Killjoy. Oh, of course, the big picture. But this is about the big picture. It's taking what is going on universally, like we discussed in Pluto retrograde, and taking the bullshit and what's going on with society and how people are doing, and having us, regardless of what is being said, knowing the truth ourselves, because you know the truth yourself. I mean, come on, guys. You know the truth yourself. You do. So you have to follow that voice and rise above it and live your best life, live your life and live your truth despite everything that's going on. Okay? So it's be smart, be respectful, but live your life. You know, don't let anybody take that away from you. Don't let anybody push you down. Okay? And there's so much speculation going on, and we can go into a big discussion about it, and if you want to do a live on that, we can. But this is about taking what's going on in the life, in life right now in our society, and what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, it is crazy, but now look at it. Now, you have that going around. Now, did you ever watch the video on 9/11? Okay. So, good night, Tifon. So when you look at that, and there's a whole bunch more coming, Mama, so you're going to want to, when you have a chance, just get on and listen to the rest of it. So you have to use your brain and follow your gut instinct and your inner voice. We all know what the truth is. You know what your life is, and you know what's going on. And you can plainly see what's going on with the world and the people around you. So be smarter. Do not be the sheep. Remember, be the shepherd. I tell you guys this all the time. So when the sacral chakra, your hara, is blocked, your sex drive will take a nosedive. So this is going back to the sex a little bit. So a lot of people, if your sacral chakra is blocked, your sex drive will take a nosedive, can flatline. You struggle right now with attracting money, and then if you attract it, you struggle with keeping it. We're not going to go there. We're pulling positivity in this. We could do different lives on that if you want to do a live on conspiracy theories and what the truth is and what's going on. And like I said, you always have to, remember I tell you guys, look at the information, but look at all the information. If you watch the news, not only watch one channel, but watch the adjacent channel. Look at what's going on. Look at what's being written. Look what's being written by the people that are inside. Look at news channels from other countries. Get the big picture before you make a statement. Because if you don't know the whole story, then you're still talking from a place of ignorance. And we're better than that. We're smarter than that. So do your research. But don't just go with one thing. Look at it all. And then come to your decision. That's just like what I say when I work with you. And I tell you things, and I always tell you guys, if what resonates with what I say to you, what I hear resonates with you, you keep it. But even when I say it to you, you don't take that as golden. You take that and you investigate it. You know, you want to gain knowledge. If what I say doesn't resonate with you, or my translation, you didn't quite understand it, because you have to understand, when I get messages from the other side and the spirit talks to me, or you have a loved one that comes through, I'm translating what they're saying. That's why you just like to get your belly rubbed and behind your ears, Yellow Wolf. And yeah, it's the truth. Don't be the sheep. Be a shepherd. Be authentically you. And do no harm. I tell you guys, live your truth. You got to live your truth. Follow your inner voice. Do what makes you happy. But in doing so, there's a lot of people that may not be happy about it, or may not agree, or may not want to let you go, or get frustrated when you're rising quicker than they are and they can't keep up with you. But do what's best for you. Be that shepherd, not the sheep, but do no harm in the process. Because you don't want, you know, karma to get stuck on you. Okay, so your struggle with attracting or keeping money. movement can get stuck in your chi. So if you start moving forward and doing like I'm suggesting, and we're discussing right now, you can get your chi flowing again to your erotic center. And that's where your passion is, in your hara, in your sacral chakra. And remember, passion isn't just about sex and sensuality. Passion drives everything in your life. You're passionate about your partner. You're passionate about your family. You're passionate about breathing. Whatever you are passionate about, you are going to do well. What is done in love is done well, period. And that's the way it goes. If you do it half-assed, then your life is going to be mediocre. It's going to be basic. And what do I tell you guys? If you're hanging out with me with everything and everything but basic. But I keep on saying these things over and over to you because then maybe something will come up and you'll be going one direction and go, nope, I want to go that direction. And you'll hear, okay, in your head, don't be the sheep, be the shepherd. You'll hear in your head, I'm not going to do that. I'm not playing Jane. I'm everything and anything but basic, and I'm okay being me because I'm not hurting anybody. If they have a problem with it, that's their problem, right? So that's what you have to remember. So by getting movement going and getting your chi released and flowing to your erotic center and reproductive organs again, so you're waking it all up again, get rid of the cobwebs, okay? Let it go, let it flow. We're doing that too. Things get rough. Take a breath, let it go, let it flow. Okay? All right, now, here we go. We're going a little bit further into this, okay? Good, I'm glad. That's why I just decided last minute I'm doing this. I put it up there and some people were going to be awake, and I'm a night owl and I never sleep. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this right in the middle of this full moon. So now, did you guys know Scorpio rules the eighth house of wealth and joint finances? So here's your money, guys. You were talking about money. So you see there's different parts that these full moons and different energies that it affects. And I've been doing a lot of astronomy with you because believe it or not, I've been doing a lot of work with you guys with astronomy, the planets, with the Merkaba. It's all connected to quantum physics, which connects you to dimensional things. So we're really starting to get into the heart of things because the world is so much bigger. The universe is so much bigger. Your spirit goes so much deeper than you would ever begin to imagine. If you just open up a little bit, it's amazing. And if you start asking questions, that means you're supposed to look for that energy. I love you too, Mama. Did you see my daughter's hair? I know you didn't do it this time. I know that, I think Meredith did it. She's blonde now, but she's going to go back to being the little pink fairy. Okay, so did you know that Scorpio rules the 8th house of wealth and joint finances? So it's time to let go and release yourself from some financial obligations. So now this is when I did a little bit of work, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do in reference to your finances. I'm going to give you some clues here. I'm going to give you some ideas on how to make money. Okay, I was talking with somebody in a session tonight, and she was like, well, how do I go from famine to feast? From, how do I rise above? And she's an artist. And we started working on different ways she could start things on her path to where she was going. And she's like, oh, I never thought about that. Be a visionary, guys. But let's talk about your wealth and joint finances right now. So time to let go and release yourself from some financial obligations. Very cool on the music video. I can't wait to see it. It governs the money we borrow. So Scorpio and the energy governs the money we borrow and the money we owe and the money we inherit. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Think about it. So now is your time right now. You don't have a choice with anything, with everything that's going on. Do we really have a choice? So this full moon, this Scorpio energy, you don't have a choice. Okay? Now is the time to get it all straightened out. And it's all being pulled to the surface so you can see your situation clearly. So you know what? Pull off the blinders and just look at it. Okay? It's all being pulled to the surface so you can see it clearly. So plan out how you will pay off some outstanding debt. Okay? and loans, even if you need to pay a little more than just the interest. So if you guys have a tendency of being, okay, if I just make my payment, I'm going to be good, it's going to get me more credit and this and that, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper. Because what a lot of you guys don't realize is when you make that minimum payment, you're really paying more interest than you are on the principal. So even if you pay just a little bit more, it's going to get you closer. And it's important. You may have to consolidate some things. Even if you need to pay a little more than just the interest, it's time to work towards leveling your playing field and getting ahead. Right now, with everything that's going on in the world, and because everything was shut down against everybody's will, okay, so we didn't ask for this. We were told we didn't have a choice. And then we said, guess what? We're going to help you out. Okay. So I'm going to give you a perfect example. And I want people to be smart and not be stupid because they got a little bit of extra cash. I have somebody that I know that is a bus driver in New Jersey for school. And normally they have to be laid off and go on unemployment during the summertime. Now, normally, check this out. So I want you to listen to this. No, he's saying he really wants a sugar daddy, but he wants so much more than that. But I can't get off track. We already know that. He wants so much more than that. Anyway. So, yeah, just for the boat ride. You want so much more than that. Stop fronting. Vulnerability. Isn't that what we were talking about? Trust. Oh my goodness. So time to work towards leveling the playing field and getting ahead. But the person in New Jersey normally on unemployment, when they get laid off, they normally in the summertime only get $200 a week. They are getting, because of everything that's going on and what the government did in New Jersey, when she would normally get $200 based on what her unemployment should be, she is making right now on unemployment $600 a week. Now, that's a whole lot of extra money. So if you want to play a little bit, play. But it's the opportune time. If you have some debt, some things you need to get paid off and cleared up, be smart. Use your brain. Okay? I know you're not so vulnerable. You need to start being a little bit vulnerable with the right people. Stubborn. Use your brain. Use this extra money that you might be given to pay off some extra pills. Just like you have people that are the first responders. You have people that are working at FedEx and Amazon. We're getting there, Mama. We're getting there, Mags. Who you can start a small business, but you're being smart. That's why I said be a visionary. It is the time to start small businesses, which we've talked about quite a bit in the lives before. But there are people who are working full-time still, and they're risking their lives, and they got that stimulus check for $1,200. So they got an extra $1,200 plus what they're normally making, but they're putting their lives at their risk, okay? So use your money wisely and pay off a little bit more if you can, okay? The energy and empathy is running freely in the universe, in our world right now at this time. So if you have to renegotiate for lower interest rates, go ahead. Attempt that, because you're not going to know until you ask. Be smart. It's time to regroup and play. Let's make a deal. And it is time to start investing in smaller businesses. And if your energy, intention, and your forethought, it sets the momentum forward. Okay? Starts everything flowing freely. So let it flow. And why not break free from the bondage you've imprisoned yourselves in? And why don't you guys be brave? Okay? Cut up some credit cards. Cancel unused subscriptions. Do you know how many of you guys forget and don't go through your credit card accounts or don't go through your bank accounts, and you may have signed up for this little thing that cost you $5 a month, something else that cost you $9 a month. You may have 3 gym memberships and you only go to 1 and you pay for 2 more because you're too lazy to go through the process of canceling. So all this wasted money is out there. And guess what? We're going to be cut off, but I'm going to save this and come right back on. So I'm going to let you guys jump back on because I want to finish it because we have quite a bit more to go through. Not too much, but enough. So I have 18 seconds. So I'm going to drop off and then come right back on. So cancel all unused subscriptions. Get some of that money back. It adds up. But I love you guys. So I will be right back on because I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.